Myra Torgem gasps as she wakes up on the coarse sandy beaches of Braygore. At least, she thinks it's Braygore. They were sailing east but were driven south, first by the storm, and then by that thing. She grunts as she pulls herself up to her feet, exhausted but fueled by the disturbing realization that she is alone.
Legend? Oscar! Koa! Let!
She calls out for her brothers, one after the other. The crew had deployed many of the lifeboats before the ship went down, but the waves were high and that thing was hungry. She turns to examine her surroundings. The stony shore and pine trees weren't so different from the wildland of her home, even if they weren't covered in a few feet of snow. The most instantly noticeable feature of the land, however, was the veil of light that rose high above the trees and up into the sky. Yes, this is definitely Braygore, she thinks to herself. Myra recalls her lessons on geography from within her clan's home in the Dorogrom Deep. Braygore is a torn land, literally divided by the Arcana Veil. The Arcana Veil was a magic of human ingenuity that separated them from the dangers of the wild. The Inlands was a place where men and halflings lived together, cut off from the fae and beasts of the Outlands. It was ruled by men, but they were friendly towards dwarves, who they viewed as great traders and master craftsmen. She also recalled that the Outlands were a lawless land, inhabited by orcs, wild gnomes, elves, and goblins. So on which side of the veil did she find herself now? The Inlands or the Outlands? Not knowing what to make of her situation, Myra looks around in search of some weapon in case she is in fact shipwrecked on goblin-infested nesting grounds. She sees her lifeboat overturned in the stony sand and runs to investigate. Gods be praised, her gear had snagged on the boat when she went over and hadn't been lost to the sea. She rushes forward and dons her armor. She brandishes her favorite warhammer and straps on the gem-encrusted shield she had crafted herself. Feeling less exposed to possible threats, she marches down the beach. The boat had been full of her comrades when she had gotten on it. Now, there was no sign of any of them, dead or alive, dwarf or gnome. At length, she arrives at a path that leads further inland. She doesn't know if she's in the inlands of Braygore or the outlands. She doesn't know if any of her friends or brothers are alive. All she knows is that if she can find someone civilized enough to care about coin, maybe she can find some help. She starts down the path.